Hello! Since the release of PlayStation 5 Pro from Sony is expected very soon, I suggest discussing some news and rumors that have become known quite recently. We will talk about the release date, new technical features, and the concept of promoting the expected console. I am sure it will be interesting. Let's go! And the first thing I would like to talk about is that Sony has quietly updated the PlayStation 5 packaging, removing the mention of 8K support from it. It is not known exactly when the change was made, but the PS5 Slim released in November last year contained the inscription 8K on the packaging. Some retailers, including Amazon and Walmart, are still selling these, but the boxes with consoles currently available in the PlayStation Direct online store no longer mention 8K. As John Linneman, a representative of the technical portal Digital Foundry, noted, this change was long overdue, since over the years of the PS5's existence, only one game with 8K resolution was released on the console. This is The Tourist. In addition, it still hasn't received the promised 8K output function via HDMI 2.1. At the same time, Sony plans to launch the PS5 Pro at the end of this year, where one of the features should be the AI upscaler PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, which, according to rumors, will allow you to run games in 4K at 120 frames and in 8K at 60 frames per second. By the way, on the previous generation of PS4, Sony indicated 4K 60 FPS on the packaging. But so far, apparently only one game has been released that supports these values: Wipeout Omega Collection. The next news item concerns one of the possible technical implementation options for the new console's CPU. The PlayStation 5 Pro hardware will include elements of AMD's RDNA 4 architecture. This was reported by gaming industry insider Kepler. According to him, the console is still based on RDNA 3. However, Sony and AMD have implemented elements into the system to improve ray tracing processing, which are only available on the new platform. In particular, the double ray tracing intersect engine, ray tracing trilogy pair optimization, increased BVH size, and so on are mentioned. Interestingly, blogger Tom Henderson also wrote about the hybrid nature of the PS5 Pro in March. However, insiders warned that one should not expect any giant leap from the console, because the processor is still based on the Zen 2 architecture, since it is important for Sony to maintain backward compatibility for games. It looks like Sony wants to stay on two chairs. On the one hand, there is a movement towards improving the console's performance, but on the other hand, it is not so critical, since the company needs to maintain a certain bar for the console's price, as well as maintain backward compatibility with the PS4. Yes, backward compatibility may not be as important as one of the factors that motivate gamers to buy a console, but the trend set by Microsoft does not allow Sony to relax in this matter. And the last thing I would like to discuss is another confirmation of the PS5 Pro release date from an insider who reported information from a reliable source. Sony has not made a decision to postpone the powerful PlayStation 5 Pro console to 2025. It is still expected in the upcoming Christmas season, namely in the second half of November, said the famous insider Tom Henderson. Tom reports, "I received internal documentation about Sony's plans to release the PlayStation 5 Pro in the second half of November 2024 last summer. 95% of what I write is usually based on specific documents, and right now, there are no documents indicating that the PlayStation 5 Pro has been postponed or canceled," he explained. Henderson has been saying for over a year that the PlayStation 5 Pro should be released this fall, but in one of his recent correspondence with players, he admitted the possibility of a postponement. His tweet with the words, "if it comes out this year," attracted a lot of attention. Commenting on this statement in a new note on the Insider Gaming website, Henderson pointed out that some sources are questioning the appearance of the PlayStation 5 Pro in 2024, believing that Sony simply will have nothing to sell the capabilities of the new hardware at the time of its launch, given the modest game lineup from PlayStation Studios for the second half of the year. It consists only of the service game Conquered, the LEGO Horizon Adventures, the platformer Astrobot, and the remaster of Until Dawn. However, internal data shows that the postponement is not planned now, so it makes sense to wait for the announcement in September. Well, the latest news is once again trying to convince us that the release of the new console from Sony will be this year. There are still a few months before Christmas, and theoretically something can change. But let's hope that the gaming community will wait for the new device this year. That's all. Thanks for watching. See you in the next videos. Bye!